Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on staying centered in the lane. Now this is very important because no matter where you're driving, you're gonna have to stay centered in order to be a safe driver. Now, if you're driving on a main road where you actually have lane markings, you're gonna wanna stay centered in that lane with those markings. If you're driving on something like a side street like I'm doing right now, where there are no lane markings, but you know you have to stay to one side of the road, you're gonna wanna stay centered roughly to that one side of the road. I'm just gonna turn this light off behind me just so I don't forget to do it and I don't come back to a car that won't start. All right, so a few factors will help you stay centered in the lane. The first factor, and probably the most important factor, is going to be looking further ahead. If you're looking right in front of the car, what's gonna happen is this. You're gonna be making these adjustments to the steering wheel, right, left, right, left, right, left. And when you go left, you're gonna have to compensate by turning right. Then when you go right, you're gonna have to compensate by turning left and back and forth. So you're not gonna really find a balance. Now, on the other hand, if you're looking further ahead, you're gonna make these tiny little adjustments, but they're gonna be much smoother and much smaller because you're getting the bigger picture. It's like the difference between looking at a pixel versus looking at the whole picture. If you're looking at a pixel and you wanna find a specific color, you're gonna have to keep searching pixel to pixel. If you're looking at the whole picture, you're like, wow, I can just zoom into there, and you can get that specific one that you're looking for. So looking further ahead gives you the bigger picture and will actually greatly help you stay centered in your lane while driving. Now, another thing that's gonna help you stay centered is actually keeping both hands on the wheel, okay? And in a specific way. If you're driving with one hand on the wheel, you can still stay centered. Like I can drive like this and stay centered, but it is more difficult to stay centered like that than like this. So with that being said, by driving with two hands on the wheel, it's gonna be easier for you to stay centered while driving, okay? So drive with two hands on the wheel. It will greatly help you with your attempts to stay centered. And with that being said, when you have two hands on the wheel, you know, you don't wanna have them like this, like you really wanna keep them balanced, okay? Because you gotta think about it like this. If you were trying to do a workout and curl dumbbells, well, you have, you know, a 25 pounder in one hand and a 40 pounder in the other hand, it's gonna be really difficult for you to keep your body centered. So if I'm like this, it's gonna be difficult. But instead, if I have both of my hands in a nice balanced way, it's like holding two 25-pound dumbbells or two 40-pounders or whatever the case is, two equally weighted dumbbells in each hand, or one in each hand, I should say. And that's gonna help you stay centered because you're gonna have a nice balanced approach on the steering wheel, okay? Now, one of the main things that people overlook with regards to staying centered in the lane is your posture. If I'm like this, whatever the case is, if I have poor posture, it's gonna be hard for me to stay centered. Like I'm on a main road in the left lane right now. If I go like this, I'm more likely to veer to the right because I'm leaning to the right. I'm more likely to veer to the left. Also, my perspective like this has changed. So it's way more difficult for me to stay centered. It's like so difficult right now. One hand on the wheel, leaning to the left, perspective to the left, it's really difficult. So make it easy on yourself. That's the point of this. Of course, you can develop the skill of staying centered no matter what situation you're in. You could be driving, you know, with like one finger on the wheel and you can learn to stay centered. But why would you make it difficult on yourself when you can instead make it easy on yourself? These are simple tips that will help you make it easy on yourself to actually stay centered in the lane while you're driving. And that's basically it. In this video, I have told you some tips and tricks for staying centered in the lane while you're driving. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.